Paul? Yeah. For those of you that dislike the idea of actually protecting a drug user, yes, you'll find out that I'm right. Yeah. And it's not because of my own personal drug use. I hadn't done any drugs or alcohol for 20 years. Yes. But I was one of those that did have quite the experience on the street for approximately 10 years. I know it seems difficult to you that I could be homeless. Right. But before I went to Northwest University, yes, because I went to university 25 at 25 years old. Yes, graduated at 30. I moved 55 times, five different countries, and 16 different cities from the time I was 17 to 25 years old. Yes, and I always found myself in that part of town. I had a lot of street smarts. Now, for the idiot cops that went from high school to college, yes, I actually did have a lot of street smarts. I had one of those apartments above a Japanese restaurant. Yes. I had an apartment that was so bad. Yes. I lived in places that you would never. Ouch. I had to talk to people that other people just would not. But when you travel that many times in that many countries, yes, learning about all those different cultures, phew, you develop some street smarts. See, I had the availability, yes, of being around those that were drug users and alcoholics, yes, without having to do it myself. And for all the times, and there's probably been hundreds of times that somebody asked me, "Do you want to get stoned?" Yes, I had the availability of saying no, thank you, without it being offensive. Ouch. Now, Child Protective Services, yes, I know that you think it's really bad that I smoke, and to a certain extent that it is, yes, but it's something that I did for 10 years of marriage, yes, and as much right now. Now, a written report shall be submitted promptly to the agency which the phone report was made. The report shall include. Yeah. Did you get any emails? Um, the person accused of inflicting the abuse, physical abuse indicators. Yeah. Now, since I didn't abuse any of my sons, I didn't abuse my stepdaughter. Yes. And then the emotional abuse indicators. Yeah. Sexual abuse indicators, neglect indicators, lack of basic needs. Right. Inadequate supervision, lack of essential health care. Yeah. Inappropriate clothing, abandonment. Oh, now some behavioral indicators. Yeah. Uh, Afraid to go home, habitually truant. Yeah, rise to school early. Physical contact, parents describe child as difficult or bad. Yes. Well, I had a lot of personal experience on living before I became a financial consultant. Now, um, interviews, suspected abuse or neglected child. Yes. CPS really never interviewed me. Not during the arrest that took place on Guam. No. We had an argument, and then I had some evaluations done, a drug and alcohol evaluation. Yes. And I had an evaluation done by a counselor in the Superior Court of Guam. Yeah. But when it involved the talking to CPS, I did record one conversation we had when living at Guma San Jose, where I said there was a lot of love in the room. Ouch. But my wife said, you know, you know. Ouch. Now, other than that, no one from Child Protective Services ever interviewed me in the state of Washington. Yes. No one ever talked to me about any sort of child abuse. Um, a child 12 years of age or older may give consent. Yeah. Mhm. Now, four of them are over the age of 12. Oh, yeah. The principal, Now, did they consent to you having the issuance of the protection order? Yes. See, as much as Heidi didn't appear in court, yes, since over the age of 12, you can give consent for investigating. Yes. Did you talk to Zachary Bishop, or Deacon? Yeah. You didn't? No. Mm-mm. See, Brent just took it upon himself to issue this. Yes. Without talking to two of the protected persons. Now, somehow, well, I would have thought, yes, since it says, yes, after the age of 12. Did anybody actually talk to my sons about what took place on Guam? You kept them from CPS. Yes. It was it was too traumatic for them. Yeah. In fact, you didn't want them talking to CPS? No. Now, let's see here. Did you talk to CPS? Ouch. Did you? Uh-huh. Or did you? Oh. And when you really think about it, true. Can you issue a protection order without the two oldest minors' name?